We are just swimming in an ocean of patterns. Think about it. From the rhythm of your morning commute to the algorithm that picks your next song, it's everywhere. But here's the thing, how much of that is just noise, and how much is actual useful knowledge? That's what we're going to dive into today, that incredible journey from just meaningless repetition to something we can actually use. And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. Just because something happens over and over and over again, it doesn't automatically mean it's important. It's kind of the central puzzle we have to crack, right? In a world that's just nonstop repetition, how do we pick out the stuff that's actually trying to tell us something? Okay, so let's get into it. Imagine you're standing on a beach, just watching wave after wave roll in. That's pretty much our modern world of information. Most of it, it's just noise, right? It just comes and goes. The real question is, what makes one of those waves, one of those patterns, stand out from all the rest and actually matter? Just think about it for a second. You've got the rhythm of footsteps on the sidewalk, the sequence of traffic lights changing. Then there's that endless hypnotic scroll on your social media feed. On their own, what are they? It's just this constant, overwhelming hum of information. It's all just noise. But what if? What if, buried inside all of that repetition, there's a real, meaningful signal that's trying to cut through? That's the big question. That changes everything. How in the world do we tell the difference between what matters and what's just there? So, how does some random pattern get promoted to the level of being a signal? Well, it turns out there are three really crucial steps. First off, somebody has to actually recognize it, right? To see it out in the wild. Then you got to verify it, make sure it's not just some random fluke. And finally, and this is key, you have to put it into some kind of context that gives it actual meaning. Okay, so what's the magic ingredient here? What's the thing that can do all that, recognize, verify, and give context? What's that little spark that turns all that noise into a clear signal? Well, it's something that is uniquely and really powerfully human. And yeah, this chart here lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have raw repetition. It's mindless, it's got no context, it's just noise. But on the other side, that's the game changer, human judgment. It's not passive, it's an active force. It takes that raw stuff and it deliberately assigns intent to it. It finds a context for it, and just like that, it turns noise into a signal. And let's be super clear here. This isn't just about passively watching things happen. Human judgment is described here as the hard work. And that's exactly what it is. It's this active, deliberate process of like wrestling with the data. It's the engine that turns raw, clunky patterns into the high-octane fuel we call knowledge. So what does this hard work actually look like? Well, it involves some really specific things. It means spotting that one tiny signal that's buried under a mountain of data. It means correcting for all the noise, all the useless stuff around it. And this might be the most important part. It means assigning intent. It means asking, okay, why is this happening? And what does this actually mean? All right, so we've got our secret ingredient, human judgment. But how does it actually work? How does it build that bridge from total chaos to crystal clear knowledge? Turns out it follows a pretty straightforward path. It all starts with consistency. That's where you spot a pattern you can rely on. So, for example, a doctor might notice a patient's symptoms are always worse in the morning. That's a consistent pattern. Next, human judgment comes in and creates structure. It organizes that pattern into something meaningful, like a diagnosis. And what does that lead to? Usable outcomes, a real treatment plan that can actually help someone. See that? We went from a simple observation to a potentially life-changing result. When you get right down to it, it all boils down to this one simple idea. Without human judgment, all you have is repetition. It's just data sitting there. But with it, that's when patterns finally become knowledge. That's where the magic happens. Okay, let's pull back for a second. Why does any of this matter? Especially right now, today. I mean, in a world that's getting absolutely packed with automated systems and AIs that find patterns for us, what's our role in all this? Here's the thing. Your judgment is the bridge. In a world that is absolutely drowning in raw data, your ability to apply judgment, to see the bigger picture, to figure out the why behind it all, that is the critical link. You're the one who can turn meaningless numbers into real, actual knowledge. And that leaves us with one last really big question to think about. As AI gets better and better, scarily good at spotting patterns, maybe even better than we are, what happens to us? What is our job then? In this brand new age, what is the real, lasting, and irreplaceable value of your judgment?